Hi, I'm Erin from the Witch of Saturn here with Jay of Iridescent Tarot, and this is our Two of Moms Deck Connector Club year-end recap.
I think we should call it like the Wrapped, like Deck Connectors Club
Oh,
Wrapped.
I like that. I'm totally down with that.
Because
Wrap it
it's
up.
like the end of the year, everyone's doing their little wrap ups, looking at their statistics. I think it would be so fun.
Yes, okay, for sure. I'm down. So,
So let's just jump right out of the gate with our stats.
our stats.
Yes.
Do I have to calculate something in my
No,
brain?
because you didn't get rid of any deck, so you
I got rid of
there's
one.
nothing to calculate.
No, I got rid of one. So one out of how many did we do?
We did 16. So we are talking about our Deck Connectors Club episodes. If you want to look back, we have a playlist with all 16 episodes where we spent a week with a deck. And so we thought it would be a lot of fun to look back on those decks to see if any of our thoughts have changed, how many we kept, got rid of, and yeah, just where we are now at the end of the year with the decks that we connected with this year.
Yes. Okay, so my stats are 1 out of 16.
I think that you only got rid of 1 out of 16, and that would be the Oak Ash and Thorn Tarot.
Yes. And then what are
Okay.
yours?
My stats are gnarly, dude. So out of the 16 decks, I was a hard yes on 9 of them.
Okay. That's good.
I was
More
on
than
the
that.
fence. Yeah, I was on the fence for four,
Okay.
and I straight up noped 3 of them.
So the three that you noped were Oak, Ash, and Thorn,
Oak Ash and
Marielle,
Thorn, Mary L, and
Marielle's
Ethereal
negative,
Visions.
and Ethereal Visions.
Yes.
Okay. That's not bad.
And my fence sitters are, well, so some of them you know and some of them you don't know.
Well, Discovering Beauty is in has to be in there somewhere because you kind of noped.
I have her in the keep with a caveat, so she's in the keep
Okay.
category.
Okay. Um, okay, all right, I'm excited. Let's don't tell me anymore.
Yes, let's go
Let's
through
go
each
through.
one
Yeah.
and just like chat about them.
Okay. So first up is Yellow House.
Yellow House Tarot. So tell me a little bit about this deck.
So the Yellow House Tarot is our first deck with Deck Connectors Club. It is a painted deck, right? That's her art style, Heidi's
Watercolor.
watercolor. And
Yes,
yeah, I'm not good with that. You're so much better at the actual art process than me. I'm like, she painted it.
she painted it. Yeah, I think like I get a lot of joy out of researching the art styles
I know, I
and
love that. I rely
yeah,
heavily on you for that. Like there are some things
yes.
to rely on me for, and that is something that I definitely rely on you for.
So it's illustrated and watercolored and it features her house. So Heidi has a very antique like theming of her decor and she calls
Yes.
her house the Yellow House.
She has a whole aesthetic and vibe, like
Yes.
down to the way she dresses. Like you can very clearly see her aesthetic on her Instagram and also in the deck.
Yeah, for sure. And so we both immediately had great connections with this deck. This wasn't even a question for either of us.
Yeah, we jumped right on board to get our hands on Yellow House.
Right, because at that point we were like panicked because the Etsy listing had a little bit of FOMO going on. There was like 8 left, 5 left, and we're like, let's just get it.
You cannot trust the Etsy listings. They are not an accurate representation of what's going on, and yet it is so easy to panic buy on Etsy.
Yeah. Yellow
So,
House, hard yes.
yes. And you know what is interesting to me? So, how often do you read with the Yellow House?
I would say, so to me, this is more of a spring deck. So since we got it in the summertime, used it heavily then, I've pulled it out a handful of times, but there's no question in my mind that it's a keeper. It's just right now it's not its season.
Totally understand that. But you know what? I actually use this deck exactly how I first thought I was going to. Like when we did,
Really?
yes, when we did Deck Connectors Club, I was like, oh, this is like, I was really leaning into the ancestral nature of the deck, which I think it still totally supports. But I reach for this deck when I am frustrated or pissed off at like domestic issues in my house. I'm like, what is going on with this right now? Like, how do I handle this situation? It's like what I turn to if I'm feeling frustrated by like the what's the right way to say it? Like the division of labor or
Mm,
just
mhm.
like things I've asked for help and support with that aren't being heard, things like that, I turn to this deck. So it gets a lot of use in my kitchen, literally.
It's interesting because I feel like when you first got it, you were so gung ho with that being its use. And then during Deck Connectors, you were like, no, it's ancestral. But then as we did more episodes, you had other decks that filled that ancestral niche for you. So I feel like maybe this reverted back into your domestic anger deck.
Yeah, it's totally domestic rage deck for me.
Yes. Well, it's like that, the feminine rage that you've talked about.
Yeah, well, like so there was a very specific instance that I had like specifically talked to my husband about a certain type of food preparation for the weekends to take some of the cooking load off of me. And I could just tell that like the ball was getting dropped this past weekend. And I was like, oh
Mm.
my God, I know, like, what am I gonna, I can tell that this is gonna be a
Christmas
problem.
week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna be mad because nobody's thinking about dinner and we need to eat. And so I pulled like two cards for this, which is like, is the ball going to get dropped on dinner? And then what am I going to do? Right?
Oh
What
boy.
do I do with it? So the card that I got for Will It Be Dropped was Four of Swords, which to me was like, yes, like there's,
Yeah.
sleeping on the
It's
job.
yes, yes, yes.
And then what am I going to do about it? I got Six of Wands, and you know what happened? And I didn't even realize it until like I was in the middle of it. I was like rage doing the dishes.
Oh, yeah, this deck is perfect for that.
It's perfect for that. I don't know. It just like very accurately reflects back the domestic life or your what's going on within the household. So I
Yes,
really turn to it for that, for those things that pop up. It's just like I
absolutely.
don't know why is it this isn't true for everyone obviously, but I do feel like there's like two kinds of people, the people who like to like have a plan and have everything set out and like are meal planning for the week and then there's like people who are just like, well, why would we have to think about our next meal? Like and those two people marry each other and like that's me and my husband.
Uh, yeah, so you need this deck.
I need this deck. But that's just it's funny to me that it did revert back to that original use.
I've been surprised many times by like the way that things go during the week and then also how they change after that week is over because it's really almost like we need a follow-up episode to talk about like the things that happened after we recorded because when we talk about it, things change too.
Yes, totally. So that's
Yeah.
why I like this episode. I like this wrap up where we can kind of just like revisit and see where we're at.
I think this also was like we bought this deck before we realized how into the landscape, non-peoply, scenic thing.
Yeah.
Like before we realized that was our ultimate niche. And so this gave us that, but within a house context, which is so unique and rare, and I don't have anything else like it.
Just agree completely. It is so unique and that's why we were both initially so drawn to it because it's just like there's nothing else that's looking at the tarot through that lens of just what you see in your home on a day-to-day basis.
Yes. Very valuable.
Totally.
Episode 2 was Oak, Ash, and Thorn. Where'd this deck? No, nobody has
Yeah.
the deck.
Listen, I just want to reiterate again how like there is still this little heartbreak in me about that deck because I love the artwork of that so much. It's just, really particularly for me, it was the cups suit that just couldn't
So,
do
can
it.
you talk a little bit about your squirrel issues because I feel like you've mentioned squirrels quite a number of times now, and I just want to like focus in on the squirrel issue.
Oh my God. Yes, I can. Yes, let's get into my squirrel issues. While I'm pretty sure, are there some on the wall behind me somewhere? Yes, there are. I don't know. Can you say here my squirrel issue?
Yes, I can see.
So I associate, I working with oak, ash, and thorn did make me realize that I don't particularly like animal tarots. I don't mind animals in my tarot decks, and I really have no problem with birds. But when it comes to like, I don't know, woodland creatures, I just have like I don't want a whole tarot deck about them. And in particular, like I have these associations about the energy of certain animals, right? And let's say like squirrels in particular. To me, they're nutty. They're like running around to watch the squirrels outside. They're running around like they don't know which direction they're going. They're gathering their nuts, they're burying them, they're forgetting where they put them. They're just like constant chaos. They're just manic, right? Like
Yep.
squirrels to me are this manic energy where like I also will then describe sometimes like my Gemini mind as like squirrely, right? Because I'm like over here, then over there, and like where's that nut? And like there's just a
You
chaos
resonate too deeply with the squirrels.
there's a chaos to the squirrels. Let's they're to me there just is. And to then associate them with cups, which I view as watery, in touch with your emotions, like
Yes.
intuitive, a flow. Like it just doesn't, there's a disconnect. It just doesn't jive to me where I'm like, what are these squirrels doing? What are they doing with their acorn like cupules or whatever they were called? Like, I don't know. I just couldn't
Crepuscules.
I got issues with the squirrels.
And ever since then, anytime that I'm like, I go antiquing a lot, and anytime I see a squirrel in an antique shop, I'm sending you pictures.
Yes, it's just a thing now. And then like I have the Seasons of the Witch Yule edition deck that I have has a squirrel medicine card. Remember,
Oh
like the first
gosh.
time I pulled it, I sent you a picture and I was like, oh my gosh, they won't leave me alone. Like the
Uh-huh.
squirrels are just
They're following you.
those freaking squirrels. Like they're just a thing now.
So your main issue with that deck was the fact that the squirrel suit was the cup suit. So like let's say the squirrels had been the wands, would you have felt differently? Do you think? Or does
Maybe.
it not really matter?
I don't know. Maybe. I do think that just like the animal deck thing is just not for me. Like,
Yeah.
and there were just like even some of the majors that I was, like the moon card was like some animal like curled up sleeping, and I was like, I don't really get this. Like, I think maybe if there was a guidebook, like a meaty guidebook that went with that deck or something that explained some of the artistic choices, that maybe I would have been able to like see the vision more or something. Because I really do love that art. But
Yeah.
alas, like it was just like something that I kept being like, I couldn't get out of my own way with it. You know what I mean? I'd be like, what is this? Like, I don't know. It's just
Yeah. Yeah.
not
It's
like clicking. It
yeah.
was not, I wasn't getting it.
Yeah, I think it's interesting now because we're like zooming out, right? We're able to see the forest for the trees or whatever. So we don't like people in our decks, and we don't like we don't like animal decks. So like, how are you gonna make us happy? Like, it's just this
Oh,
is
there are
very
plenty of
difficult.
ways. No, no, I just think that it's like the premise of I don't mind animals in the deck. I don't like when you're kind of taking like Pamela Coleman Smith's art and like subbing animals in for the people. When like the
Yes,
animals are doing people-y type things, like because I love folkloric forest, that's packed with animals. Like there's a lot of deck,
right.
right? Like even the Wild Unknown. I love that deck. It's got a ton of animals. There's a lot of I love animal symbolism. I have a bunch of animal decks, like for animal medicine or what's like animal energy. But I just like
Yeah,
it has to be like a certain way.
I totally see what you're saying. I think I'm the same.
You know what I mean? Like I don't mind animals in the deck, but I don't want the deck to be about animals.
Specifically animals doing human things,
Yeah,
or
I don't
like
want
not being in their natural habitat doing animal things.
what are they doing?
They need to be animalier animals. They cannot be human like animals.
Yeah, or just like even just if the whole premise kind of revolves around the animals as the main characters instead of there being like an overall energy of the card that the animal supports. They can be like supporting actors, but I don't want them to be like the main star.
Right. So we need non-peoply people decks and non-animally animal decks. Got it. Cool.
Yeah, okay.
People,
We're,
good luck to creators.
we're crazy.
Great for you.
Oh, yeah. So that was, we both decided to pass that along to someone who would really enjoy that deck because it is a gorgeous deck. And I didn't want it to just like sit here, on the
The
shelf
artwork
doing
was
nothing.
fantastic. Fantastic. The artwork was fantastic, and the cardstock I thought was really cool. Like I liked the shuffle on it, the overhand, the
Yeah.
riffle shuffle not so much, but it was like a nice feeling cardstock in the hand.
Yeah, and I loved the like crisp whiteness of the back
Yes.
and the borders and like some of the suits, like the whole entire air suit with the crows. I loved that. Um,
Well, I was gonna say because you have multiple bird decks, so like the birds aren't
love
the
a bird deck.
problem. Yeah,
Love a bird deck. The fuck? Like it
from
doesn't
them.
make sense. I'm sorry. It makes no sense. You're trying to like reason and logic something that just doesn't even
Yeah. Yep.
I don't even know.
All right. So our next deck was Marguerite Peterson.
Yes.
So, girl, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think that I'm just too much of a Shimmering Veil fangirl,
Oh.
where I feel like this has a little bit of a repetitive nature to me.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And we haven't done our Shimmering Veil week yet. So, like, maybe we'll do that week and it will change something for me. But in this very moment, this Marguerite is a fence sitter for me.
Well, I haven't reached for Marguerite. I got like a hankering for her once and then the squirrel brain kicked in. I was off doing something else. But I can see that. I also just kind of think it's like a very fall deck.
Is it the backs?
I think it's the whole color palette, not just the backs, like even the whole, I don't know, maybe not those two, those.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know what you
Yeah,
mean.
there we
Yeah.
go. Look,
It's
it's
heavily.
it's autumnal to me. Something about it.
So you haven't reached for it one time since we did our deck connectors episode.
Nope.
I might have reached for it once.
Like I said, I did want to once, but I just like I don't know. It's busy. It's crazy over here with two kids running around all day, you know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's understandable. I think there's something about the trimmed copy that's been edged with my bag. I like it packaged up. I like the idea of it, but then like I don't know if I'm like feeling a craving for an abstract art deck. Like I want to go to Shimmering Veil.
Gotcha. Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand. Speaking of the trimmed edge borders,
Yes.
I finally heard back from the publisher like just a month ago, and they were like, "Oh, we're mailing you out your replacement cards." And they have not arrived, so I don't know if
Oh
that's
boy.
actually happening, but I was just like, it was during the Mercury retrograde too, and I was like, this is hilarious because I had like a whole week where it was just like replacement cards just like showing up out of It's like, okay, we're doing this. It's great. So we'll see if that ever happens because I
Yeah,
did butcher two of the cards in my
that might help you, right?
yeah, that would totally help me if I could like
And now that I'm looking at these cards right now, it's making me like it more.
see. It's a good deck. I think it's just like a time and a place.
I keep looking and seeing more and more every time that my eye wanders the card. And yeah, so I think that I just am on the fence and I'm going to stay on the fence. Like, I'm not going to make any brash decisions with this one, but I do know that it has a competing space with Shimmering Veil for me.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think I think let it ride through next fall at least and then see where you're at with it.
right. Make it through another fall season where it can
Yeah.
shine and then decide.
Yes.
I'm good with that. Folkloric.
Oh, there's nothing to say. I love it.
Yeah. As you said before, no notes.
No notes. I love this deck. I I almost feel it's to the point where like nobody needs to hear me go on and on about Lennox Reese anymore. It's like, okay, get it.
Yeah, it is as close to perfection as you could possibly get, right?
Yes,
We'll just
100%.
flip we'll flip through a few images just for fun.
And I do reach for this deck often. Um, and just even last week, I was like feeling it so hard. Even this time of year, just I love
I
it.
think it's going to be very exciting to have the full set where you have, like, I just envision them being per season. So, like, the Folkloric Waters is going to be very summery to me, and this is just perfect fall. So, I'm kind of hoping that the other two really slot into their seasons well.
Yeah, and then there's the Shadow deck.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
that's the fifth one is
Hmm.
Shadow. I'm just
Is
can't
it
wait.
going to be a tarot or an oracle?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think they're all tarot, but I'm not. I can't really speak to that with any sort of certainty.
This cardstock is just some of the
It's
best cardstock.
it is perfection, and it's the same with Peculiar Pathways. Like
The gold detailing, like I wish every deck was produced like this deck.
her production quality is unmatched.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, as per usual, my only complaint is I wish it was the gold gilding to
I knew
match
you were gonna say
the.
that. I see.
Yeah.
I like the Swamp Witch green on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just think that, Lennox has that background in design
Yeah.
that you just see so clearly in like everything that she does and all of the small aesthetic choices and design elements are just like,
Like especially this, I will
yeah,
never
that,
get over how perfect that is. I just
yeah.
genius, genius.
And you can tell that's somebody who's like received a bunch of tuck boxes with a seal and been like, this is stupid, and like, let me.
Right. I don't want to have them be all destroyed on the boxes. Yep.
Yeah, like it
Yep.
looks great, so let's do this with it. Like genius.
Genius. Ethereal visions.
Yeah, I'm on the fence about ethereal visions. Um,
Oh, I interesting. Were you? No, you were a solid yes during the episode.
well, I think it's so pretty. I think it's so beautiful. And my edition because I have both of them, which is I don't need both of them. Um,
Overkill.
yeah. But my indie edition that has the Luna version that has the silver on it, I think is like very wintry looking to me. It's got that like cold, like that snow on the ground type of vibe.
Yes. Yep.
So I'm interested to use it through the winter.
Have you used it though since the
I have.
episode? Either.
Yeah, I have. I've used it
Which
a
one
couple.
do you go for? This one or the other one?
I never go for that one.
So why not just get rid of this one and keep the wintry one?
I should. Here's the thing is that like I probably have a stack of mass market decks that I should get rid of. And in my head I'm like, it feels like a pain in the ass to sell mass market decks.
Yeah. I think they're things that more so you can like add on to your sales or
Yeah.
give, gift to people.
Yes, there's other it's a project.
Yeah, exactly. I
Project
understand.
that needs attention.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, this is a was an is a no. I think that it just read too cold. Like, even though this gold version is warmer in tone than Luna, I still had that feeling of it just being like a distant cold reader that wasn't giving me any kind of warm, fuzzy vibes.
I think that's why another reason why I associate it with the wintertime.
Yeah, it's going.
Bye.
Bye. Next, Discovering Beauty Tarot.
So the caveat.
So yeah, this was a keeper for me with the caveat that I did move along the full size and only kept the mini because I really try not to have any duplicates in my collection. I don't need the full size and the mini, but the full size had those white borders. I just wasn't crazy about those. I think that the black border plus the black around the background and then being edged in black after the fact just really saturated and did something for me, and I didn't feel like I needed the full size anymore.
And for a mini deck, I think that this is my favorite mini deck ever made. Like the cardstock on it, the way it's still like like the
It
magic
has the good shuffle.
is I really like this mini.
It's like the perfect thing if you want to set out a big spread. Like they're so cute.
Yeah, it reminds me of like using Jamie's tiles. Like they're
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like similar in size.
I love the artwork so much in this deck, and I really like following along with Sophia's Instagram. She posts good videos, just like of her readings, and yeah, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I really like this deck. I haven't used the full size much. I think maybe just like once or something. But I'm not ready to make a decision about it,
Okay, that's
about whether
fair.
or not I need both. I need more time. Like I'm not as I need like I was telling you, I think I need to give everything like a full year that's not a clear yes or no, just to see if there's like a different time for things to kind of like shine.
Are you leaning more one way or the other, or neither? You're neutral.
It's one of those decks that I'm like, do I need both of these? Like, I don't know, but I really do love the full size, like the quality of it or something. I just, I don't know. I feel like if I got rid of it, would I regret it? Like, I'm just not on, it's hard for me to be clear about it.
Gotcha. Well, you have time. There's no pressure.
I know, that's the thing. It's like a
All right.
self-imposed you know.
Right. Just wanting to keep things like non-duplicated.
Yeah, which I do have. I have a bunch of duplicates. Like that's a good rule.
Oh, for Scarab and Dahlia.
Yeah, I talked about like how that I would want both. I feel
Yeah.
like I can't see wanting to get rid of my OG. I love it.
I
But if there are changes made, I want to see them. I want to, you know what I mean? And if like the card stock's thinner, I would want to experience that. Even like ritual tarot. Now I don't know about like am I going to be able to get rid of my original ritual tarot because it's the marked version and then the new Kickstarter is going back to the unmarked days. So
right,
there are
right.
things like that where I'm like, and I have, a ton of like variations of like redux that I'm not getting rid of
Yep.
those, so it can't be a hard and fast rule for me over here.
Yeah, yep. I think I might only have two doubles. I Playful Heart because I had the first edition and I wanted the holographic gold gilding. And
Yeah,
yeah,
that
I
makes
mean
sense for you to have both.
yep. And then Star Child because I have the borders and the no borders. And I
Yeah,
feel like those are different enough that it warrants it as well.
yeah, they are. I kind of want the original Star Child more and
I know
more.
every time I show it, you're like,
I'm
ooh, I
like,
need that.
oh, every time I see it online too, I'm like, oh,
But here's the question. How often do you reach for your regular Star Child?
not very often.
Yeah, I don't think that it's a need.
It's not. It's
Yeah.
definitely not a need. Yeah, well, here's Marielle, and I have not reached for Marielle yet. Um, I don't know. I don't know if I will. I
I
don't,
did I did one day with her and was like, this is an absolute no. And yeah. So what are you gonna do with her now?
I'm just gonna let her sit
Okay.
because it was a $20 mass market deck. You know what I mean? Like, it can sit there.
You haven't felt the pull in the way that you felt it to a little bit for Marguerite, where you were like, oh, like that would be nice to pull out and then just not do it. You just haven't thought about her.
Nope,
Okay. All right,
have
that's
not.
fair.
But again, I do feel like this is like a very like descent type of deck, so I would give it like till next October.
Okay.
See like if around that time, if I'm like, ooh, let's do some deeper work with Marielle or get more into like the study of it or something, I don't know.
Lacrimosa.
Love, still love.
Yeah, this is on the fence for me now.
No.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Oh my goodness. You are so
I don't,
unpredictable.
I know, I know. I I can be kind of fickle with my decks.
You really
I
are. I like it though. I
I mean, I
do.
had a great week with her, right? Like I don't think I had any big concerns when I was working with her that week. And
No, you
then
did it.
I talked about this a little bit in my one of my December wrap up videos where it was something I think it has something to do with me thinking that this deck was deep depths of winter and then you being like it can also be Halloween and I was like, oh yeah, you're right. And then I did Halloween and now I'm in the depths of winter and I'm like,
And it's funny because then I kind of flip-flopped where I'm like, no, I want to work with this like around the holidays and have this like spiritual kind of church vibe to La
yeah,
Corona. Yeah.
yeah. There's something about this and Persephone, where I feel like there's an overlap, but it's not. Like there isn't
Yeah.
an overlap, but in my brain, again, similar to the two abstract art decks, like these are my peoply curated art decks. And I think if I go, oh, I want to pull one of those, I think that I'm going to reach for this.
Really?
I think so.
Very interesting.
Um, even though this has more visual interest, like Persephone is very just straight up peoply, and I think that Lacrimosa has a lot more of intrigue where you can like use your brain a little bit more.
I feel like there's a lot to explore in the space of Lacrimosa.
Yeah.
Like
So
the
it's not
void.
a no, but there is a question in my brain about whether this is a forever.
Interesting. Hmm.
But I love the deck. It's just like there's just a little bit of a hesitation or a question mark for me now.
Mm-hmm.
Tarot of Persephone's Garden. I think that I've been convinced that like because of the whole not liking peoply people decks, like having just this one is plenty. Like I don't need the Huntress, I don't need Tarot of Delphi, I don't need any of those other ones of the same genre and era. Like this just fulfills the need and I think you can easily get oversaturated in this category. There's just a lot of them out there. And so this fills the niche and I don't have like a hankering for anything else like this.
That makes sense. There are a lot. See, this is why I like I have the justification in my head for having this and Huntress and Lacrimosa. Like I use them for that Persephone spread work. And I don't know, I like them. I really like curated art decks.
I
They don't even feel peoply to me.
mm,
They feel like
they're
art.
not yeah, they're not heavy on the peoply on the scale of peopliness. They like are like in the middle for me because you're not seeing genes, right? That's the big problem. We're not seeing genes.
Well, and there's something about like faces. Like I don't know. There's a lot where I'm like, these people look weird, like
What do you mean?
Ah, like okay, let's say in light seers where I'm like I think that all those people look very good, but there's something about them being so like there's
Modern.
yes that I
Yeah.
that I'm not crazy about. Um
Okay.
or like if there's like weird facial expressions that are captured, like in my Yuletide tarot deck, where I'm like, I don't even like the way this person looks. They look creepy to me. Like there's a lot
Yeah.
of like creepy people. Whereas like these works of art, this fine art that is like these things are hanging in museums, places. I just read it, it reads totally different to me or something.
I think that I'm there with you.
Okay, because I feel like I say things like that and I'm like, none of this makes any sense.
No, no, I think I'm there with you. I really, yeah, I think I am. I don't think that changes my stance on like one or two
Or two,
is
yeah.
probably enough. Like, but if I keep Lacrimosa, like I'll never say never, but like I don't need more of this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get you.
Yeah. So if like I would want to make the disclaimer if I got Harrow of Aphrodite or whatever that pink one is that we've been eyeballing, like I
Yeah.
really think that it would come down to a
Like
death
something
match
has to
between the
go.
two.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I kind of
So,
like have more of a hankering for like a pink deck that's not that curated art. Like I'm leaning more towards that collaged one that I sent you because
oh yeah.
it
I
seems
don't
like
remember its name.
yeah, I don't know, like I don't, but it seems like pink but different, you know.
Whatever you gotta do to justify it, I guess.
So weird.
Okay. Next we had Death Doula.
The old Death Duel week.
So you want to speak on this a little?
Yeah, I just think that this is a really intense deck. For me, it brought up like a lot of my unprocessed stuff as it told me it was going to. And but I do have a really strong appreciation for it now. It is kind of something that I feel like is set apart from other Oracle decks. Like I don't think Death Duel is messing around. You know what I mean? It's one that I think is like requires that level of respect and kind of intentionality in working with it. But I really I reach for it and I feel like I figured out a way to work with it for myself so that it wasn't so that it's no longer overwhelming the way that the first
Yeah.
was.
I I feel like this was one of the decks in Deck Connectors Club that you really forged your deepest connection with.
Yeah, but it was like not enjoyable.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't have
Uncomfortable.
to be.
No,
Like I
no, it
wouldn't
was just too much. It was just like an intense experience. It reminds me of when you go and do like yoga immersions, and in your mind, you're like, this is gonna be great. Like I'm all packed up and ready to go. And then you're like in it and you're just like, this stuff is coming up and coming out, and you're having these kind of like spiritual transformations that are like squeezing you in different ways. And like at the end of it, you're like, oh, like you need a break, like you're exhausted. Like that's how it felt for me working with this deck.
you need a vacation from your vacation.
Yeah, I needed vacation from Death Doula. And now I do really like to, if I can remember, to pull a card before I go to yoga. I really like that. I like to meditate on these images like while I practice.
I'm glad that you found a way to work with it that's not like over. It's almost like when you, it's the opposite of a sweet tooth where you're like over yours is so sweet that it like hurts your teeth, but it's
Yeah.
like pain with instead of sweetness, it's like pain.
So what about you with this deck? Because you were
So
kind of
I,
like on the fence.
yeah, I still remain on the fence with this.
Interesting.
So I think when I'm quick to move a deck along, I'm like, no, I know that there's nothing else. Like, I know it's not for me. But with this being on the fence, I think the reason for that is I can see its value. I can see in the guidebook the things that it has the potential to work on. And I think that those things are valuable. I just haven't had that deep connection with it yet, but I think that it has the potential to get there. So I'm hanging on to it for now with the caveat that I don't know that it's forever,
I
but I
think that,
don't feel a deep sense of connection with it.
yeah. But let's see what happens.
But yeah, it just needs to sweet tooth me a little bit and then we'll see what happens. Little bird,
Love.
love, no notes.
I mean, really, no, honestly. I think that it's a very specific type of reading experience. But I find such joy in it that like when I'm looking for that little bird reading, like it's just I always want to have this deck.
Nothing else will do if this is the energy that you're going for.
Exactly. It is such a unique deck. Like the guidebook is so good and it's just those tweets. Like I'm telling you, it's Great British Baking Show and deck form. It's a happy place for me.
Yeah. And I think that I really enjoy my pairings with this deck. Like something about it sets the birds free and it's something that I really enjoy doing.
I love that. I love that you set them free.
Yep.
Yeah, it pairs so well with so many decks, and especially the Naturalist edition of Coastal Curiosities. It is just they're so
Yep.
good together.
Yep.
Love it.
Narrative Alchemy was next. Again, no notes.
No, no, it's so good. It's there's nothing else like it out there. I think that you and I both really value that, like something that
Yes.
is very unique that cannot be replicated, that will always have a place in your collection because it is so special unto itself.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And again, only notes needs the gilding. Call it
Yeah, please. Oh my gosh, edging that deck was like,
a nightmare for both of us.
yeah,
I mean,
totally.
I feel like ultimately it's fine, but it was a very unenjoyable experience for both of our edging.
Not fun.
For Hoxa.
So I love for Hoxa, and I am becoming more and more of like an MJ fangirl.
Yeah, you've started a pretty big collection.
I got a little MJ collection going on over here. And
Yeah.
yeah, even I just found like an oracle. I forget what it's called, but we'll see how
Yeah.
that one fits in. It's on its way.
The one with the big humongous guidebook.
No, that is a different one. I found
Oh.
one on Marketplace that was like a very good deal. And I was like,
Well, what
oh,
is it?
I forget. I'll send it to
What's
you.
the theme?
It has animals in it, which does not bother me in
Oh
this
gosh.
deck for some reason. It's weird. Like none of this bothers me. I love it. I love it. It's
So
like fantasy world. Give me fantasy animals. Although I do have her mass market of the night animals one. This is awful. I know none of the names of any of these decks that I don't love. I've only read with it once and I had a bad reading with it and I've got a that's in the mass market to do project pile.
interesting.
Yeah. I got to give it one more shot, but I think it's a no.
Okay. But for Hoxa for you is not on the fence. It's a definite yes, definite keep.
Definitely. Yeah. I love it.
Okay.
You're still on the fence.
Yep. This is my last fence deck. I think it all comes down to me finding a inexpensive copy of the indie edition. If I can do that, I will bring it in and really give it a run for its money. But this mass market cardstock is just so hard to handle. It's very unenjoyable and it's very much impeding my ability to read with it. So it stays
And
on the fence.
I have to say that I kind of feel like that about her newer card stock. I'm not a huge fan of it. And
Mm.
I don't know. I gotta see how that goes. But I kind of am like more apt to when I see older decks of hers come up in the, buy sell trade groups, I'm more like,
Yeah.
ooh, what's this one? Like I'm looking at them more seriously now because of that.
Okay. That's good to know. Next, we have Future Ancestor Tarot. And look at what I did.
Oh, let me see it. All right, turn it to the side. Oh, did you glitter it?
I had to do two layers. It's like a sage green gray color and then glitter on top.
Ooh, should I glitter on top mine? What color glitter did you use? Yellow?
Silver.
Silver glitter.
Do you
Oh,
like it?
I love it.
Yeah. It was hard for me to find a color that I liked, but I think that the green gray really went well with the backs being gray plus the little bit of green.
I love the silver. Where'd you get that silver marker?
I'll send you the link.
Send me the link.
So there's a tiny, tiny bit of bleed over. It's not anything too noticeable. I'm
Same thing
happy with the
happened
way.
with mine. But I mean, I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
notice mine.
unavoidable.
Yeah, it is. I feel bad that I was so harsh on when I first got it. I was like,
I
this,
told you.
I know you did. You were right. Again, you're right often.
And that's why I was like, if this is a problem for you, don't touch Little Bird because it's going to happen.
Which I still haven't, even though Shanna did send me like very explicit instructions on how to do it the way that she did, that I might eventually get up the nerve to do. We'll see.
You think that, like, how noticeable is it to you?
It's like as noticeable as mine,
Yeah.
which is it's
Well,
not.
I was very careful, so
Yeah, I know it's hard.
yeah.
It's just I think it depends on the card stock. I really do. I think that some card stock just kind of like sucks it up.
Especially if you've already used it and it has any bit of a little bit of
Yes.
wear on the edges. Like I could tell where it slurps it up was where there was a little bit of like ding from me shuffling.
It totally slurps it up where you've got the yep, that's
So
it.
this deck is what quickly rose to one of my favorites.
I
And
know you love it. I knew you would. When I got mine, I was like, you need this deck and you're gonna love it.
yeah, you were the deciding factor on me getting it. Once you got it and you were like, oh, it's a yes. I love it.
Yeah.
I have no notes.
I just don't like that one card, but I do like the deck.
Yeah. There's always going to be something. Like there's always going to be one card that isn't perfect.
I'm like, I don't know. I got some decks where I'm like, love everything, love it all. So
Oh,
that makes it hard for me then, like Scarab and Dahlia or Folkloric Forest or Narrative Alchemy or Little Bird, where I'm like, this deck is perfection. Like then everything else is kind of like, it's good.
well, I don't have that same thing. I have one card in every single deck.
Yes. So funny.
So I don't live in that world.
No, you don't. You know, you're more particular than me about those type of things.
That's really funny.
Um, yeah, but I do like this deck. I think that it has a unique presence.
You're saying like, you're not saying love.
I like it.
Ooh, I see those fighting words to me.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I don't love it. I like it.
Oh,
I like it enough to keep it around and to keep using it and to keep the relationship open to see what evolves. But it's not like
don't
an instant
don't
love.
insult its honor by only liking it. You should move it to someone who loves it.
There's plenty out there. It's still in print.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Next, we had Scarab and Dahlia.
Love.
Love, love.
Love, love, love.
Love this card. This is still on the top from when we talked about it.
Yeah. I think it's on
Yeah.
the top of mine too, actually. I think I stopped. I was like flipping through it, filming something, and then I stopped on that card.
Yeah, this one is just so for being a collage deck, like we talked about, there are many collage decks out there, but this one stands apart largely because of the background scenery being so landscapey and open. There's a lot of breathing room and spaciousness in this deck. And it's just high quality collage that's beautiful.
And I'm really excited for Joanna to redo her guidebook because I think that she has like so many stories and background just from chit-chatting with her back and forth that like I'm excited for her to be able to take more time to give us that. Um, yeah. I just want to know more and more and more about this deck.
Yes, yeah. Second edition is going to be very exciting. I can't wait for it.
Yeah.
All right. No notes.
No.
So this last week that we just worked on, we spent the week with the Lillifer Tarot, and we have not yet filmed this episode. Do we want to give like a spoiler of what our opinion is? Just like a quick little something?
I have a whole dissertation on this deck that
No.
to wait. It's not for today. It's coming though. Prepare yourself.
Get your binders ready and your
Yeah,
pens and
I
pencils.
need I need a good 10 minutes of just to let me.
Soliloquy.
Yes, exactly. But
Actually, no, you need one of those cork boards with
I
the
do.
red string because
Yes,
it's
I just
beyond.
posted on Instagram this morning and said that. I said, get ready for me to be like Charlie from It's Always Sunny with all my red string. I'm just, yes, it's coming. But I do love the art in this deck so much. And I'm really happy you finally got this because I always felt like, why don't you have this deck? Like I think even early on. Um,
Because you've had this for a while, right?
yeah. And I was
You've had this before
surprised.
we met?
Yeah. I was
Okay.
surprised that you didn't have it. I was like, really? This seems like such a you art style deck. And it was like a color palette thing when we first talked about it months ago.
Interesting. I think that it's a combo of the color palette. So like it's primary colors, right? And
Yeah.
there's no like where are my pinks, purples,
Yes.
greens? Like, yeah. But also the whole like Lilith and Lucifer thing,
Yeah.
like that
You
doesn't
had
do
big
anything for
one,
me.
which is why I bought it primarily. Because I was like, ooh, I love that.
And then I did end up buying it mostly because of how much I love Reclaim.
Yes.
And I love this deck now.
Yeah, you're like, you guys have something really special.
Yeah, I think this and Future Ancestor coming at the same time was hard because immediately out of the gate, this one was like, oh, yes, we have a flashbang connection. Like, there's something here. And then after I cooled down just a tiny bit and let Future Ancestor come into focus, I'm like, oh my God, Future Ancestor, yes. So, like, they both have a really special place in my collection. And I want to dedicate like a month to each of them to like spend with them
Mm.
because I love both of them so much, but they arrived at the same time, which was hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like you had such a strong craving for this type of, the amorphous blob people at
Yep.
you getting them at the same time like filled that, but it was almost like they were competing for your attention.
Yes.
Mhm.
But I can say that I love both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that you finally
So
got this one.
do you think that you're going to keep, like, let's just cut to the chase. Do you think you're keeping this?
I don't want to reveal the end of the dissertation yet.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
This is like reality TV where they're like, you have to tune into the next episode to find out.
Sorry, it's so much. It's a whole story. I'm like I might write notes beforehand.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
And I apologize in advance because I think it's probably going to I imagine that something like this that I have so much to say about is going to most people will find quite boring. Like but I think that there is like a niche of people out there who are into astrology and know the crossover with the tarot that will find great value in my dissertation.
Cool. I'll just bring like an activity that I can do while you're
You may want to
talking.
like color.
I'm gonna bring my coloring book. Like, are you
I'll
done
just like
yet?
wake you when it's over. You can take a nice little nap and then
I think also because there's so many cards that you want to talk, like maybe you do need to have it written down and you can show the screen.
gonna condense it.
PowerPoint,
It's
slides.
it's a whole freaking thing, but I can say that I feel much better about the whole situation after now having gone down like a massive rabbit hole over this deck where it was like consuming my brain where I'm like, why is it like this? And now I'm like, oh, okay, I figured it out. I've solved the mystery and now I can, you know, move forward.
Okay. One way or the other. We don't know which way that is.
Yes, correct.
Okay. All right. I can't wait to hear more about it.
Yeah. Yeah, prepare yourself.
All right. So I think that's where we are right now, right?
That
So,
was good. I mean, I have to say that I have very much enjoyed doing this series together. And it's been so much fun and such a really great way to connect with your decks. Like it really does work. I am really grateful that we have met so many wonderful people through this podcast style series. And it's been a great ride. We're going to change gears a little as we go into our Marseille study, but Deck Connectors is not going away. It's just going to get scaled back because we're going to, be splitting our efforts.
yes. So moving forward, well, actually before I say this, let's just take a second to thank all of the people that we did have join us on our episodes. Like we had so many wonderful special guests that really made each episode feel super special, and it got us like super involved and connected with the community, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm really glad that we had special guests on. Like that was so much fun.
So much fun. So much fun.
There is a playlist on my channel that has all the episodes in one place. I don't know if you've done that on yours
I
too.
have. Yep. Mhm.
Perfect. So if you want to go back and watch any of those episodes, they're all there for you. And our goal for the Marseille study moving forward, we're starting on January 1st, and we're going to be posting videos about every 2 weeks for this series. So we're going to fill in some of those holes with Deck Connectors episodes. We're not sure how many per month quite yet, but the goal is to continue on in some capacity.
Yeah, we'll at least do one a month. If we can do more, that's, yet to be seen. But we'll at least have like one deck connectors sprinkled in there for January, February, March, and into April. And then, you know, once we
Because
get
our
to
study is going to
March,
take up the whole first half of the year.
yes, basically.
Basically, our study is, what did we say, 18 weeks long. So,
Oh, that's so pretty with the gilding. Let me see that.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's really beautiful. This is Nova Mundi's FD Milano Marseille deck. It's stunning. It's on linen cardstock from MPC. She special uploaded the gold gilding for me because I bugged her, and she's so kind and generous to do that for me. And I'm super excited to use this deck for our study.
The deck that I got from her, which is Bacchus, and it's on the Eco Herbage cardstock, and it is legit top one or two most beautiful decks I own.
That's beautiful.
It is gorgeous. Like
Do you want to show? Do you
I'm
want to
excited
show?
for the study because of the deck. Okay, so first of all, I love that it comes in a tin. I love that. These are the backs. You
Love.
can't, yeah, you can't get this edged because of the Eco Herbage, but look at the colors in this deck.
Beautiful. Oh,
It is breathtaking. It is
oh, it's
so,
beautiful.
it's so beautiful. And the sensation, the tactile experience
Yep. Yep.
of reading with it, of handling it on this cardstock, it's luscious. It's like, it truly takes my breath away. And I like that on these cards, you can see the texture of the eco. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it with,
Probably not just through the camera, but
but you can see like
yeah.
the paperiness
Yep.
of it. That like because I have these blue bones on this cardstock, as do you, and you can't see that because of the coloring, the darker
Yep.
blue grays. Whereas this letting that negative space of the cardstock exist, like you can really see, like you have to get this. It's just, it's beautiful. That's
Add
it.
it to the list. The ever-growing list.
All right. Well, thank
So
you.
that was really fun.
It was
Yeah.
so fun. Yeah, thank you for being my partner in this project.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
and thank you to everyone who's watched and come along with us on this journey. And we'll continue to, see you in 2026.
So exciting. Well, thank you so much. We'll talk to you later. Signing out.